Well, good afternoon. Gulfstream Park Race 6. Good day yesterday. A couple best bets won. We had it was a great card. I think I have 5 winners on top from 9 races. The early sequence very different than the late sequence. Early sequence expected that would be pretty chalky. I mean, I literally have a vulnerable favorite in nearly every single race here in the pick six. Pick six a mandatory tomorrow, but it's crazy today. I would not say, I don't know if it'll get hit, but I do think the pick six can pay well if you want to play it. I'll give you my 2 cents. I think there's a lot of options in some of these races. It's a great sequence, but let's get in. We are in race 6. What do they got? 16 minutes to post. Speed's been dangerous on the Tapeta because it continually keeps raining, and it rained last night. The 7 is a vulnerable favorite, in my opinion. You see 3-0, the current favorite. Many of these horses have been running versus each other and also faced a horse in race 8 we will talk about. But Rachel's coach not been quite informed, struggling. I think she fits. I have her second. I put 3-0 on top. Current favorite 5-2 on the E morning line. You can see on the race sim, they are all right there. This is a spread race, but it's tough. But I think you can beat the 7. I think this horse on the Tapeta has to have speed. I don't think I just don't see horses coming from behind. I was 3-2 if narrow. I had the 1 and 5 if spreading, and I would be spreading in pick 6. Let's go to race 7. It's another vulnerable favorite. I'm completely against SEMO. I do not trust this horse in this race. A weak GSR. There's other speed to the inside of Bay of Bengal, and this horse a live long shot on the front end. Has a pace advantage, although the race sim has the 4 taking over. But you also get the GSR increase. The 5 and 6 are players. I think the picks have this race. You will see the win percents are just wide open. I think Outlaw Country has a big look. That's where I went on top. I was 5-6-1. I don't necessarily love O Captain. I don't love SEMO. I think they're both beatable if playing the pick 6 and or the pick 5. You look at Bay of Bengal, you'll see my notes if you're an E user. It's a live long shot, big pace advantage. Diego Herrera rides, man. Time for second wins. This kid is dominating. Comes from the West Coast to the East Coast. And rides for Sanchez. Goes long again. Ran well to back on the leads. There's big issues here, so you can toss this race completely. But has speed, went on the lead, get back to the Tapeta. Look at that GSR increase. You get gets back to the dirt, not Tapeta. Gets back to the dirt and starts number 10 for the first time over on the dirt, and you get a GSR increase of 16 points. 100% a live runner on the lead, on the rail, can be dangerous. And again, SEMO is this horse beatable. It's taking a big step up. Barbosa having a great meet, but it's a big step up. I don't trust at this level. And then you have Outlaw Country. Sammy rides, having a great day. I think he already has 2 wins. And then Brother Brad off the claim for Polgren. But I'm 5-6-1 here, trying to beat favorites as well. And again, beatable favorites in literally every race. Let's talk race 8. A lot of people, I think, single here in the pick 6. Radar Control raced versus this same group in race 6. Rachel's coaching in 3-0. And last out on 423, you will see, let's go back to race 8. You will see here dominated that group. It's not in Blue Frequenets because that was a different race, but now shows up here in State Bred Allowance, and that was the 60 and dominated. This is, I am completely against Sticky McSnickens. I cannot trust this horse. It doesn't win. It burns all this money. I'm completely against. The 7 could be a single. If you want a long shots through the 3 and 4, if you're E user, you see that. In a pick 6, you could single here, I would say, with the 7 Radar Control. But my long shot will be the 4 horse. Look at what Bennett does. Torrealba finally got a win at the Royal Palm meet last out yesterday. This runner gets back to 5 furlongs and needs pace to chase and has shown the ability to come off the pace sprinting on the Tapeta. One on the Tapeta going 5, and its second effort ran well in a 44. The main comment, there's a lot of speed from the 7 and the 1, but the 7 might just run them off their feet. I don't like the 1. The 4's that horse. Look, is right there. I'd probably be 7-4 in a pick 6. Maybe try to get the 4 at a price, and it would massively, what's up, Mush? It would massively increase will pays, but the 7 going to be tough. You know, this is a tough race because if you go narrow on 178, I like the GSR play with the 1. There's maybe not a lot of speed here, and the rail is a fine spot as long as you just break and get there, and I think can happen. The 7 and 8 could be tough. I'm completely against Frida, another vulnerable favorite. I can't play this horse. There's so many vulnerable favorites in this late sequence. From the 9 post out going that distance like that, these horses are 1 for 284, and that 1 would just happen since January. In the 9+ post going 6, I just can't do it. Go on the dirt like that. I just can't. You know, sorry. I think the 7 is a second-time starter. Could surprise Sammy Rides for sure. So I'm 178 if narrow. Sweet Dream Lady also for Yates. Miguel Vasquez Rides. Totally fits here at this level. Drops a few points in SOR here. The 7, though, tough to come back and win. But if you're spreading this leg, add as many as you want. We could talk about the 4, 5, 3, and 2 all as long shots. This race is the most questionable race in the pick 6, in my opinion. It's very tough, but maybe get through with the 170, you know. But if a price comes, I think in the sequence, it's here. Race 10, I think this is about the speed on the Tapeta. You figure out the races you want. You want these horses coming off the turf at Tampa. I know a lot of people think that the 6 might be able to sit the trip and come off the pace, and Edgar Zayas Rides. I get it, but I think is another vulnerable favorite. I think the speed can win here. The 2 is extremely quick. I think with the Tapeta here, I could run them off their feet for sure. The 1 could sit the trip. You know, maybe the 3 can surprise as a long shot, but I don't think the 6 has to win the race. If you cut the 6 in the race, the 3 and 1 are right there. Like, I think favorites could lose a lot of these races. I just, you know, at burning money, all these races, I just can't do it with horses like this. And I'm going to have to come off the pace on a speed favorite. I know people think they might duel, but I don't think so. I think the 1 or 2 wins, the 3 would be the live long shot for me in race 10. All right, last race, kind of crazy. I mean, you know, if you want, that's the spread. The 6 and 10, I don't think can win. I don't think the 1 has no speed, and with the Tapeta like that, the 3 Light Fury not been informed, but that's a big pace advantage. It's massive. 53 points could run, or sorry, 43 points could run them off their feet for sure. And then you have the 11, who's going to be a short price, but I thought that the 5 and 7 also were live. The 8 runs on. So it's a tough sequence, but I just wanted to hop on, give you my opinion. It's a good one today. Mandatory pick 6. We will be back tomorrow. Wish y'all luck. Go Mariners tonight, man. They on fire lately. They watch out for them. You know, I told you all they're the real deal and start out slow, but they racing really, or they running really well in the baseball field right now. They're hitting the ball finally. Pitching is always going to be dominant for them. And they play the Diamondbacks. Pulled out a walk-off last night. You know, but and then go Spurs tonight. I'm all about the Spurs. I hope they can beat OKC. Going to be a great NBA Finals coming up. But I appreciate y'all. Chat soon. We'll be back tomorrow.